Now in Good Morning Northwest, summer camps, outdoor gear, and your family vacations, all potentially more expensive this year. How President Trump's tariffs will impact your summer plans.
And today is going to be the warmest day of this week. What you need to know about the changes that are going to come as we start cooling down.
Rundown RVs sitting on your block for months, why removing them from Spokane streets has been so difficult, and the city's new plan to get them towed away. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Tuesday, April 15th. We're going to start things off with meteorologist Matt Gray and a look at our first alert forecast as we kick off another beautiful day, Matt.
Yeah, another beautiful day. The sun coming up right now. Sunrise at 6 a.m. Look at this. Beautiful start to our day. It's 40 degrees in Spokane. We're a little cooler in Coeur d'Alene at 35. Overall, warmer than yesterday, to be sure, and we're going to end up quite a bit warmer in the afternoon as well. Instead of low 60s, mid 60s, how about some upper 60s and low 70s for you? 72 for Kellogg's in St. Mary's today. Pullman up to 70 along with Spokane. We'll see upper 70s, 77 in the LC Valley, mid 70s as well across much of central Washington. Sandpoint, one of our cool spots today at 66. Still, that's pretty nice for this point on the calendar. Once we get into Wednesday and Thursday, however, we're going to start cooling down again. Temperatures only in the 50s and 60s as we head towards the middle of the week and the back end of the week. And that means as the cool air rushes in, we're going to see some strong winds, including gusts up to 30 miles an hour around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene on Wednesday. And they will be a lot stronger in other parts of the inland Northwest, which means we do have some rare spring fire danger to talk about for tomorrow coming up.
All right, Matt, thanks. For families around the inland Northwest, summer can be a fun but expensive time of year. Without class in session, it's time for summer camps and outdoor adventures.
But with President Trump's sweeping tariffs, the season could be even more expensive than usual. Allison Martinez live in studio with a look at the potential impacts to your bank account. Allison?
Being a parent is pricey, and for many families, a new season like summer means new things, a new swimsuit, pool toys, and sports gear. Well, last week, President Trump announced lower tariffs for many countries, but those tariffs could go up in less than 90 days. Meanwhile, the tariffs on our 3 largest trading partners, Canada, Mexico, and China, still remain. I spoke to Gonzaga University economist Ryan Herzog to learn how parents should prepare for the pinch.
If you need something and you know you're going to need that, you need that computer, you need that couch or that sofa or those clothes, maybe now, if you can afford to, is the time to buy.
Herzog says families can expect to pay more for nearly everything they buy. The crunch also means people will have to make tough choices like calling off summer vacations and eliminating eating out. For families already stretching every dollar, a tough situation could get a lot tougher. The Center for American Progress has these examples for if tariffs are implemented in 90 days. A soccer ball made in Pakistan priced at $18 could cost $23. Children's sneakers made in Vietnam priced at $52 could cost $76. That's nearly a $24 price difference. And a toddler's clothing set made in Cambodia, that priced at $24 could go up to $36. Now, Herzog says we can expect these tariffs to hit the stores we all shop at here in the inland Northwest, like Target, Walmart, and Fred Meyer. The impacts will also be seen at secondhand stores, which will see an increased demand. He recommends buying now, and if you have to, leaning on community resources later. In studio, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Allison, thanks. Eyesore RVs littering Spokane streets may soon be gone. The Spokane City Council approved additional funding of $125,000 to help remove rundown RVs from the city.
Right now, there are dozens of these RVs that need to be removed, but the city faces a big barrier in removing them. Unlike abandoned cars, RVs don't bring in money when they're dismantled, so tow companies can't recover disposal costs. In 2018, the state introduced a fee with RV registrations to help cover those disposal costs, reimbursing towing companies for taking abandoned RVs and disposing of them. But those funds have been put on hold pending legislative action. In its absence, the City Council has passed money to speed up the handling of these problem RVs.
So it is another process that a tow operator would have to jump through. So we've taken that on several occasions from the council providing funding to see if we can actually get that done at a local level a lot faster, not have to rely so much on the state.
After the vote, members of the Spokane City Council released statements about the issue. Councilmember Zach Sapone says, "We hear frequently about abandoned cars and RVs, so I'm excited that we're able to extend this contract and find ways to get vehicles picked up sooner. Residents shouldn't have to deal with abandoned or destroyed vehicles in front of their house for extended periods of time."
Plans are progressing for Spokane's second Chick-fil-A restaurant following a vote by the Spokane City Council. The proposed location for the popular fast food restaurant is off of Ruby Street between Mission and Cinto Avenues. The plans also include the city vacating part of the Mission-Cinto alleyway. Neighbors have concerns about how this will impact traffic on surrounding streets.
I remember even during COVID when the first one opened up in my district up by Highway 2, you know, the lines were long, right? And so we'll have the police out there and they'll be managing traffic and Chick-fil-A will be paying for that and it'll all be fine.
After public comment, the council voted on vacating the Mission-Cinto alleyway.
All right, hearing that, prepare to vote.
Now, the vote passed by a count of 5-1. Councilmember Kitty Klitsky was absent. This morning, the escalating legal standoff over the future of a Maryland immigrant mistakenly deported to a notorious prison in El Salvador.
El Salvador's president at the White House yesterday refused to return Kilmar Abrego Garcia to the United States. Hannah joins at the Breaking Now desk this morning. And Hannah, what is the holdup on returning him back?
Natalie, the Trump administration argues that the court cannot force the president to negotiate with a foreign government, which means Abrego Garcia's case is still in limbo. Now, before this, Trump claimed Garcia was a violent gang member who entered the U.S. illegally. Then last week, the Supreme Court ruled his removal from the U.S. was illegal and ordered the administration to help with his return.
That's up to El Salvador if they want to return him. That's not up to us.
The lawyer for Garcia argues the U.S. government has the power to bring his client home.
We're asking is exactly what the Supreme Court told them. Let's facilitate his return. And we do this all the time. We're asking them to follow the law.
Even though Garcia's case is undetermined, the Trump administration is now sending more migrants to that prison and also planning for violent U.S. criminals to be there as well.
We also have homegrown criminals that are absolute monsters. I'd like to include them in the group of people to get them out of the country, but you'll have to be looking at the laws on that.
Earlier this year, El Salvador agreed to house violent U.S. criminals. And if that agreement follows through, many government officials say it would test U.S. law. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy for News Now.
Hannah, thanks. Spokane-based manufacturer Keytronic is expanding its U.S. manufacturing facilities, hoping that it will create jobs here in Spokane. Keytronic plans to expand its Arkansas manufacturing facility, which should increase its U.S. manufacturing capacity by 40%. But its CEO says the looming threat of tariffs could make it more difficult for its facilities in China, Vietnam, and Mexico.
You're in some athletic event. You're in the game. And the rules are changing as you are actually playing. And in fact, those rules are changing so dramatically and so quickly that the refs can't even keep up.
CEO Brett Larson, who you just heard from there, says there are certain products that will always be better made overseas.
Good morning, Northwest time is now 6:08.
Checking back in with meteorologist Matt Gray as we head into our Tuesday morning. Got a gorgeous sunrise out there.
Yeah, gorgeous sunrise. So this is Highway 95 just up the hill from Lewiston as you get onto the Palouse. Beautiful start. We've got a beautiful sunrise in Spokane as well. We got a great day ahead of us with some changes you want to be aware of for tomorrow. Your forecast coming up.
A courtroom battle that could reshape how you connect online. Why Meta might be forced to sell off Instagram and WhatsApp. Straight ahead.
And terrorism charges and no bail for the man accused of firebombing the Pennsylvania governor's home. His chilling confession. That's right after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by never settling. But what's really made Ford F-Series #1 is you.
This year, Walker's Furniture is turning spring cleaning into spring savings with an indoor garage sale where you can save store-wide up to 70% off clearance items. And new markdowns are arriving daily as we clean out the warehouses with big savings on closeouts, ding and dents, and floor model furniture at garage sale prices. Plus, special financing is available, so you can save big now and pay over time. But you better hurry. These deals will go fast. This week at Walker's.
Your garage door is more than just an entry point. It's also an escape route. That is why our highly trained technicians handle every job with unmatched professionalism. From broken springs to noisy rollers, we'll get your door running smoothly, securely, and fast. Precision Garage Door Service. Fast, reliable, and friendly.
Donating your vehicle to UGM Motors is easy.
When you drop off a vehicle, you have to sign a paper of, I donated this vehicle. And that was the hardest part. And I didn't have to fill it out. They filled it out for me and had me sign it.
Your car, truck, RV, or motorcycle will provide food, shelter, job training, and recovery services at Union Gospel Mission.
I think it's a great service to the community.
Call 509-327-HELP to schedule a free pickup today.
Life moves fast, and we get it. You're busy. Our digital banking can change how you manage your money. Whether you're chatting with a representative after hours, depositing a check from your phone, or meeting with us face-to-face. Wherever life takes you, we've got you covered. It's your money. Access it anytime, anywhere. Open your account at p1fcu.org. P1FCU, your community, your credit union.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by never settling. But what's really made Ford F-Series #1 is you.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Hospitals.
It's now 6:11. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. The man accused of breaking into and setting fire to the Pennsylvania governor's home has been denied bail.
In an arraignment yesterday, 38-year-old Cody Balmer did not enter a plea to a raft of charges, including attempted murder, aggravated arson, and terrorism. According to a police affidavit, Balmer said he harbored hatred for Governor Josh Shapiro and that he would have beaten the governor with a hammer if he had encountered him. Police say Balmer confessed to starting the fire using gasoline from a lawnmower that he poured into beer bottles to make Molotov cocktails.
A federal antitrust trial against Meta is underway in federal court. The Federal Trade Commission accuses the social media giant of buying up WhatsApp and Instagram to fend off competition. Mark Zuckerberg took the stand yesterday and said when Meta acquired the two platforms more than a decade ago, social media use was different. More of it was driven by content that users, friends, and family generated. Meta argues it faces competition from TikTok and YouTube. If the FTC wins, Meta could be forced to restructure or sell off WhatsApp and Instagram.
Authorities in Minnesota say they arrested someone on the United Healthcare campus Monday. Minnetonka police did not share details on what led to this arrest, just that a suspect was arrested outside the building and that there's no threat to the public. Initial reports from the city of Minnetonka said there may have been a report of a, quote, intruder. United Healthcare has faced increased security concerns following the shooting death of its CEO last year.
Canadian tourism to the U.S. has dropped even more than forecast. In March, the number of Canadians driving across the border into the U.S. dropped a staggering 32% over the same time last year. Air traffic is down 13.5%. The U.S. Travel Association warned in February just a 10% drop in Canadian tourism would cost the U.S. about $2 billion. Experts blame the decline on President Donald Trump's tariffs and his rhetoric referring to Canada as the 51st state.
Takeaways today in your weather. It's going to be the warmest day of the week, 70s, beautiful conditions. We'll see gusty but sunny weather on Wednesdays. We start cooling off and it'll be over 10 degrees cooler by Thursday.
Well, spring is here, and if you're looking to get rid of some of those winter coats in your closet, Coats for Kids is hosting a donation event this Thursday. You can drop off any new or used, gently used coats to help local kids in need. Several SDCU branches in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene will accept your donations between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. for a full list of locations. Check out the story. It's up right now on KXLY.com. Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:14.
Stranded and scared, a 19-year-old clings to a narrow ledge hundreds of feet above the ground in Spokane County. The tense rescue operation that brought him back to safety. That's next.
And as we take a break, take a live look at your Tuesday morning. The sun is up. We'll see you right back here in a couple of minutes here on Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0.9% APR on 2025 Sierra 1500 models. Plus, no monthly payments for 90 days.
Shop DaveSmith.com.
4 News Now and the Spokane Indians are teaming up to bring you an Education Day game. Families will enjoy a day of fun activities, including an educational booklet for each student and a chance to learn about the history of the Spokane Tribe of Indians, all while cheering on your Spokane Indians to victory. And when you come out to the stadium, bring a new or gently used coat to help out Coats for Kids. Come out to the park April 22nd. Spokane Indians Education Day game. Brought to you by these sponsors.
Local families caught in the childcare crisis.
That's what we are defining as an extreme childcare desert.
How kids could fall behind before they even start school and what's being done to keep them on track. Thursday at 6 on 4 News Now.
Oof. Moving day never goes smoothly, does it? Let's just settle this little mishap, huh?
Who do we always see on the billboards again?
It's the one called That's All Guys.
After an accident like this, you deserve to be compensated fairly for everything you've had to go through. At Craig Swap & Associates, we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Are you ready for an upgrade? Now is the time during the 2024 model clearance sale at Post Falls Volkswagen. Drive home the 2024 Tiguan today with 0% APR. Have a trade-in? We want your vehicle and we will pay top dollar. We also have cashback bonuses up to $2,500 on 2025 models. Don't let these deals pass you by. Head to Post Falls Volkswagen now, the home of 0000.
Local families caught in the childcare crisis.
That's what we are defining as an extreme childcare desert.
How kids could fall behind before they even start school and what's being done to keep them on track. Thursday at 6 on 4 News Now.
Welcome back. It's now 6:17. A teenager had to be rescued from a cliff in the Little Spokane Natural Area. At around 7 p.m. last night, Spokane County Fire District 9 responded to a call of a 19-year-old stuck on a ledge near Painted Rocks Trailhead. Marissa Rio was at the scene. She has our story.
I was just climbing up those rocks. It looked a lot easier.
This is Oliver Salamino, a 19-year-old college student. On this warm evening, he and his friends decided to go for a hike at Painted Rocks.
It's a nice day out. We wanted to enjoy the sun as much as we could.
But what started off as a fun adventure quickly took a turn.
I was going a little too fast, got to a spot, and just got stuck.
This drone photo from Spokane County Fire District 9 shows Oliver stuck. The fire chief said he was roughly 300 feet up the cliffside.
I thought they had the situation under control. However, it turned out that the kid needed help to get down because he was stuck up there.
Samuel Hahn was at the end of his hike when he saw the group of 5 boys and decided to call 911. This was the response.
So we responded with our tech rescue team and a rope team, performing a rope rescue or assisting that individual down off of the rocks safely.
With the help of Spokane City Fire, you could see the technical rescue team working to bring Oliver down safely. These lights right behind me here is the technical team rescuing the young man from this cliff up here. I'm going to take a step out of the way and zoom in a little bit so you can see them coming down. Around 9 p.m., Oliver's feet were finally safely on the ground again.
Yeah, I was pretty nervous. It was a good place to watch the sunset, but I was just trying to stay calm and take deep breaths. They're good at climbing. I'm not a climber. I used to climb trees when I was little, but it's been a while. It's been a long time. But yeah, I just really want to thank all the people that helped me.
From the Painted Rocks Trailhead, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Better be safe than sorry, right?
Memories forever. He will be harassed, I'm sure, for a good long time. But so happy everybody's okay.
Yeah, they're going to bring that up.
Yeah.
Far in the future, for sure, for sure. Well, hey, another beautiful day today. The sun is already up, shining. We got beautiful skies. It's 40 degrees right now, so warmer than we were at this time yesterday. For your morning drive and beyond, we will quickly push our way up into the 50s very calm today, so we'll be calm and sunny. That's going to allow us to really heat up for the afternoon. So another big jump in temperatures. Instead of low and mid 60s, how about 70 degrees? We'll see some low 70s in the valley. We'll see some mid and upper 70s in places like the LC Valley and some 60s in the North Idaho Panhandle. Now, that is not going to take not going to stick with us very long. We'll see a big drop here in temperatures of over 10 degrees by the time we get to Thursday. And with that cooler air coming in, that presents some issues, including gusty winds. A wind advisory is in place for all of tomorrow from Oroville down the Okanagan River and across the Waterville Plateau here all the way south to Ephrata. So places like Brewster, Des Pelham, Grand Coulee, the Coulee City and Soap Lake areas. All of you are going to be looking for some strong winds that'll be gusting up to 30 plus miles an hour as early as 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And we will continue to see those winds just expand across the central part of Washington State. We could see gusts in this area up to 50 miles an hour. Combine that with the dryness of the air that's going to be coming down because it's cooler. We're going to see some low humidity as well. And so a rare instance of spring fire danger, especially across eastern Washington as we head through the afternoon on Wednesday. Don't be burning because our fire danger, even in Spokane, where the winds will be a lot lower, still above normal for this time of the year, and certainly quite exceptional in places like Grand Coulee, Omak, and across the Waterville Plateau. It'll be windy, but not as windy on Thursday. We'll see a slight warm up for the start of Easter weekend and start cooling down again on Easter Sunday.
All right, sounds good. Taking the sunshine. Thanks, Matt. And good morning, Northwest time right now. It is 6:21.
Oh, the WNBA draft is in the books, and Gonzaga standout Yvonne Ejim is headed to the Indiana Fever.
And the Spokane Chiefs were trying to take a 2-game lead to Victoria, but the Royals had some other ideas. We'll be back after the break. We'll be breaking down the playoff battle. That's next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
It's Mistaqua Casino Hotel's 31st anniversary. We're celebrating by giving you the chance to win over $62,000 in cash and prizes, including adventures on a pontoon, on a flight to your favorite getaway, or your choice of a new car or cash. Play your favorite games now to earn entries at Mistaqua Casino Hotel. 31 years of jackpots, food, and fun. Learn more at Mistaqua.com.
Taylor, these deals are a slam dunk.
More like bracket breakers. New Kia K4 starting at only $199 a month. And K5 GT line all-wheel drive from just $299 a month.
If you're shopping for a car or SUV, put George Gee Kia at the top of your bracket.
George Gee Kia is family-owned, trusted, and we always make scoring deals easy.
Visit us off I-90 in Liberty Lake.
Or online anytime at SpokaneKia.com.
George Gee Kia, where the deals are always a win.
Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and cool. Your comfort is Andy's priority. Stay cool this summer with a new air conditioning system from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andy's offers a wide range of top quality air conditioning systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andy's team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can stay comfortable with Andy's hassle-free installation service. Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
There's magic throughout the universe. And some places have more than others. There's magic inside, everywhere. There's no place like Wonders of the World. There's magic inside.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
With the 33rd pick in the WNBA draft, Gonzaga's Yvonne Ejim was selected by the Indiana Fever. Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Sydney Berger. The fifth-year senior just played the best season of her college career and didn't fall short of nominations, awards, and records along the way. Ejim will likely go down as one of the best women's basketball players in Gonzaga's history, and the chance to continue her journey into the pros isn't surprising. She was named WCC Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, broke the all-time record for most points scored and most rebounds in program history, and is a Paris Olympian with Team Canada. The Fever are getting a tough forward that averaged over 20 points and 9 rebounds a game in her 2024 campaign. Ejim will join star guard Caitlin Clark in Indiana. The Spokane Chiefs dropped their second game of this playoff round against the Royals, and now the series is tied at 1 apiece. The Royals were able to strike first. Victoria's Kento Isagai sneaks through the center and taps it in at the right post behind rookie goalie Carter Essler. Royals up 1-0 to end the first. Now in the second, Chiefs with a man in the penalty box. Royals take the power play goal. That was Justin Kipke slapping one in from the blue line, extending the lead 2-0. Royals keep rolling. Nate Miskey with the assist to the left circle to find an open Marcus Lopinen for Victoria's third unanswered goal of the night. The Chiefs finally get something going on offense. Nate Mays gets the puck in front of the goal for Berkeley Catton to tap it in, but the Royals will score 2 more on the night. The Chiefs fall 5-1. Both teams have a day off before resuming the series on Wednesday in Victoria. That'll wrap us up for Morning Sports.
They just need that day.
Take a deep breath, relax. They got it.
Yeah.
Go Chiefs, go.
It is now 6:26.
Well, a double dose of concerning news for weight loss medication users. Pfizer's daily pill hits a roadblock, and the FDA warns about dangerous counterfeit Ozempic injections. Hannah Joy is breaking down the new details. That's next.
It's early to be thinking about school supplies, but with Trump's impending tariffs, economists say now is actually the time. A closer look at the impacts to your bank account. But before we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America at 7.
This morning's GMA First Look, a harrowing rescue caught on camera.
When I first saw her on our first path, it looked like she was hanging on for her life on the side of that mountain.
A female hiker teetering for over an hour on the edge of this mountain on the Pacific Crest Trail, 500 feet off the ground, managing to hit the emergency button on her device, launching the Riverside County Sheriff's Aviation Unit.
We could definitely see her silhouetted out on that steep angle. She was just hanging on.
Corey Allen was a rescue specialist aboard that Riverside Sheriff's Aviation chopper, alongside pilot Mike Calhoun and rescue specialist Jason Beeman.
No, hold on to me. Yes, no, not my ears. Grab a hold around my back. You gotta lift this, Corey, and get away from this wall.
This is our job, and we love doing what we're doing. We're all passionate about it.
And coming up at 7 a.m., more of our interview with her rescuers. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Despite being on an antidepressant, I was still masking my depression symptoms.
My doctor said it could be because my antidepressant alone wasn't enough, so she recommended an add-on treatment. She recommended adding Rexulti.
When taken with an antidepressant, Rexulti was proven to significantly reduce depression symptoms, more than an antidepressant alone.
So with my antidepressant, Rexulti could provide a boost.
Elderly people with dementia-related psychosis have increased risk of death or stroke. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions and worsen depression in children and young adults. Call your healthcare provider right away to report new or sudden changes in mood, behavior, thoughts, or feelings, or if you develop suicidal thoughts or actions. Report fever, stiff muscles, and confusion, which can be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar can lead to coma or death. Weight gain, increased cholesterol, unusual urges, dizziness on standing, falls, seizures, trouble swallowing, or sleepiness may occur.
Could adding Rexulti
be right for you?
Ask your doctor about adding Rexulti.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by George Geek Kia, Spokane. WSECU Cashback Checking. You give and give and give. Let's give you something back. Just use your debit card to earn.
WSECU Cashback Checking. Let's Credit Union.
Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic is locally owned and operated and has been providing personalized, comfortable, and satisfying care to our clients for over 30 years. Our licensed denturists are trained in the latest techniques in the construction, development, and preparatory work of a denture. Full dentures, implant attachments, repairs, fittings, adjustments, we do it all. Every denture is made to look as close as possible to your natural teeth. With our knowledge and friendly staff, competitive costs, and quality of service, you'll leave Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic smiling.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
We are kicking off this half hour with some breaking news out of Moses Lake. Students around the area are going to have to find a different way to get to school this morning thanks to a pair of canceled bus routes. Moses Lake School District says Route 60 and 66 are temporarily closed today due to insufficient staffing. This affects students at Moses Lake High School, Vanguard Academy, Frontier Middle School, Park Orchard, and Knowles Vista Elementary. Now, the district did not offer any alternative transportation options for those students. Good morning, Northwest. Thanks for joining us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Tuesday, April 15th. Let's check in with meteorologist Matt Gray with your first alert forecast on this tax day.
Oh, yeah, tax day. All sorts of fun. You know what will be fun? Getting outside and not thinking about taxes. That's what you've got for today. It's going to be incredible. We're a little bit warmer than we were at this time yesterday. The sun is up. We're having a great morning out here, and we will have a very nice afternoon as well. Very warm. Look at this, 70 in Spokane, 69 for a high in Coeur d'Alene, 72 for Kellogg and St. Mary's, upper 70s in the LC Valley, lots of mid-70s around the Columbia Basin today. Even in Sandpoint, usually stays on the cooler side of things. We'll get up to 66. Bonners Ferry and Colville up to 68 degrees this afternoon. This is just for one day that we see these temperatures. After all, it's still April. This is more like May-type temperatures at this point. But we start that cool down Wednesday into Thursday. Much cooler, much drier air is going to be dropping in out of the north here as we head into Wednesday. And because of that, we're going to see some strong north winds, particularly in central Washington. We've got a wind advisory across Okanogan County all the way down to places like Ephrata and Soap Lake in the central part of Washington state. And this is going to lead to not just some strong, noticeable winds, but also some fire danger. We'll talk about that coming up.
Now is normally not the time to think about back-to-school shopping, but President Trump's tariffs could mean otherwise.
Families can soon see price hikes for things like clothing, school supplies, and car seats. Economists are warning parents to be prepared and shop now if you can. Allison Martinez is live for us this morning in studio to break this all down. Good morning, Allison.
We all know that being a parent can be pricey, especially in months like August and September as you get ready to send your kids back to school. Last week, President Trump announced lower tariffs for many countries, but those tariffs could go up in less than 90 days. Meanwhile, the tariffs on our 3 largest trading partners, Canada, Mexico, and China, still remain.
You already are doing everything you can to get your kids something new. And here comes this another policy that's going to raise the price of shoes $5–10, right? And that may not seem like a lot to a lot of households, but $5–10 for a pair of shoes is a lot for a few households if they have a couple kids.
You just heard from Ryan Herzog, who is an economics professor at Gonzaga University. He says exemptions on electronics, oil, and energy will all make a difference for families, but everything else will be impacted. For a back-to-school season, that means backpacks, shoes, and school supplies. For college-age kids, that can also mean new furniture and household staples. Herzog's advice is to consider buying now or at least before those 90 days are up. Reporting in studio, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Allison, thanks. The Spokane City Council debated a proposed ordinance that would affirm protections for our local LGBTQ+ community. Now, that ordinance wouldn't add anything new that the city doesn't already do. It would just explicitly proclaim the rights of local LGBTQ+ community members. The ordinance would affirm the rights of individuals to seek gender-affirming care, maintain an LGBTQ+ liaison officer within the police department, and more. Councilmember Jonathan Bingle proposed amendments that would roll back some protections, like banning transgender women and girls from participating in women's sports at a city-sponsored sporting event.
These proposed amendments are blatant attacks from the far right to distract us from the real concerns of Spokanites and people in our community. That's the high cost of living, our safe streets, our safe neighborhoods, our parks, and climate change, not these manufactured culture wars.
Councilmember Bingle fired back, defending his proposals.
I didn't realize that saying that only girls should play in sports, in girls' sports, was an attack from the far right. I think that you would find that many people who do not consider themselves far right, center even, would agree with that.
In a 5-2 vote, the council denied Bingle's proposals. They will not be included in the proposed ordinance. A formal first reading of this ordinance is expected to take place at next week's city council meeting. That's on April 21st. Spokane's volunteer-led safety group known as COPS is expected to enter a new contract with the city after months of uncertainty.
And COPS used to receive nearly $500,000 annually. This new contract would only give it $200,000 a year over the next few years. COPS Executive Director Jeff Johnson says this money will pay for 2 new services. The first is called cocooning. The volunteers will patrol an area after a crime is committed to prevent more crime. The other service will help business owners with external lighting and pruned trees or bushes to improve safety. The city said COPS missed out on $120,000 of funding because it did not provide a meaningful response to a core purpose of the contract during the application process, which was to enhance engagement with historically marginalized communities.
A little surprising because our shops are in marginalized neighborhoods right now. And so that was a bit of a head scratcher to me because we feel that we serve the marginalized neighborhoods right now.
A city official said it's looking for more than just a presence in a marginalized community. It expects more outreach. That $120,000 will now go up for a bid to a different organization. The contract with COPS still needs to be finalized and approved by City Council. You can follow this story as it develops on KXLY.com.
The federal government denied the state of Washington's request for major disaster relief from the storms that impacted the west side back in November. FEMA said former governor Jay Inslee's request did not meet the necessary requirements under the Stafford Act, which is the criteria that needs to be met to receive aid. Current Governor Bob Ferguson says he believes that the application met all of the necessary criteria and says the state will appeal. King County Council member Reagan Dunn released a statement saying, quote, helping citizens recover from a natural disaster like last fall's bomb cyclone is the reason FEMA exists as an agency. Given the overwhelming bipartisan support for this necessary disaster relief support that we have all worked hard to secure, it is extremely disappointing to see this application denied. The statement goes on to say, I am confident that the criteria to qualify for federal funds were met, and I support the decision to appeal. This morning, Pfizer is reversing course on developing a weight loss pill after a patient in its trial suffered what's believed to be a drug-induced liver injury.
Well, Pfizer hoped to bring the first weight loss pill to market as weight loss injections have skyrocketed in popularity. Hannah Joy is at the Breaking Now desk. Hannah, the company's once daily GLP-1 pill is officially scrapped. So what can people expect from the company?
Well, Robin, Pfizer is not out the game just yet. The company has just announced that another pill is in phase 2 trials to help tackle weight loss goals. In addition, companies like that make Wegovy and Zepbound are also working on new weight loss pills. This comes after warnings that counterfeit Ozempic is now on the market. So if you are on Ozempic, you should not purchase the drug from resellers and unauthorized distributors. Reporting in the studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. Good morning, Northwest Time is now 6:39.
And we're going to check back in with meteorologist Matt Gray as we head into another gorgeous day. It's just getting more beautiful as the sun is rising.
Yes, and we are going to have just an incredible day, that Chamber of Commerce weather that people talk about, right?
Awesome.
Especially with warmer temperatures, a cool down, and some gusty winds to tell you about coming up in my forecast.
Parenting in the digital age gets complicated when it comes to social media. Coming up, health officials share the specific grade level they recommend waiting for and how to know if your child is ready. That's next.
And as measles cases top 700 nationwide, another preventable disease is surging at an alarming rate. This morning, the deadly return of whooping cough and why doctors are so concerned.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Snow melting, birds chirping, it's time to celebrate spring. Now's the best time to visit Jacobs Custom Living. New furniture has arrived for spring, and we really have the largest and most varied inventory ever. Comfortable lounge furniture, elegant outdoor dining sets, umbrellas, and much more. Take it home today if you're ready, or get free storage until May. Special spring clearance pricing on select items throughout the store. Come celebrate spring at Jacobs Custom Living on Sprague, just east of Sullivan.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers get 2.9% APR for 72 months on this Silverado.
Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Just look at those beautiful plants and flowers from the Plant Farm. The Plant Farm is Spokane's go-to garden center. A promise of trust and confidence comes with the healthiest plants from the Plant Farm because their plants and flowers are grown right here. Get annuals, perennials, roses, trees, shrubs, and their signature hanging baskets and more, even indoor plants. Head to the Plant Farm, Spokane's go-to garden center on 4th between Evergreen and Adams in the Spokane Valley because life is better in the garden.
For over 25 years, Dr. Arvind Chaudhry and Summit Cancer Centers has remained true to 3 core values. 25 years of coming together to develop the most complete and personalized treatment plans available. 25 years of providing the most advanced treatments and non-invasive radiosurgery in the country. 25 years of taking you on a healing journey from diagnosis to recovery.
And we are not stopping there. We will continue to offer the most comprehensive cancer treatment in the Northwest.
Summit Cancer Centers. Integrated, innovative, inspired.
Your garage door is more than just an entry point. It's also an escape route. Precision Garage Door Service. Fast, reliable, and friendly.
Built for adventure and engineered for safety. Toyota trucks are some of the best trucks on the road today. And Findlay Downtown Toyota is stocked full with a great selection, including the new TRD trucks, loaded with options.
Good morning. Welcome back. It's 6:42. Health officials warn parents about how social media can affect the well-being of their children. Tracy Hurley, who works at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, says it recommends waiting until a child is in the 8th grade before allowing social media. And before letting them create an account, parents should ask themselves the following questions.
Are they mature enough? Are they responsible with their belongings? Can they take care of the other belongings that they have in the home? And can they follow the other types of rules that you already have set in place at home or at school?
Once your child is on social media, parents should monitor their kids' accounts, set rules and limits for usage, and be able to talk with them about their online experiences.
The ongoing measles outbreak has topped 700 cases and caused at least 2 deaths. But it's not the only preventable disease spreading through the U.S. at the moment. Cases of pertussis, also known as whooping cough, have skyrocketed by more than 1,500% nationwide since hitting a recent low in 2021. In the past 6 months, 2 babies in Louisiana have died from pertussis. Washington, Idaho, and South Dakota have each reported a death from this disease this year. Dr. Susan Cressley, president of the American Academy of Pediatrics, said pediatricians across the country are concerned about the spread of vaccine-preventable diseases.
Takeaways today in your forecast. It is going to be a beautiful day. The warmest of this week with a lot of 70s by this afternoon. We'll see gusty winds and sunny weather on Wednesday as temperatures start to cool, over 10 degrees cooler by Thursday.
Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:44.
Now the weather is warming up, but skiers still have something to look forward to.
We'll tell you about a great deal you can get in on this Friday at Lookout Pass. That's coming up right after this break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This Thursday through Saturday only, it's the 3-day sale at Furniture Row. And that means the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, plus 60 months no interest financing. But don't wait, the 3-day sale at Furniture Row ends Saturday the 19th.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0.9% APR on 2025 Sierra 1500 models. Plus, no monthly payments for 90 days.
Shop DaveSmith.com.
Man, I can take real good care of you. See? Works perfectly for you, right?
At Craig Swap & Associates, we don't get paid until you win.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
Looks like we made it. Barry Manilow. The last Spokane concert. Barry Manilow. See him performing all the hits for one night only at Spokane Arena Friday, July 11th. Get tickets now at ticketswest.com.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. And they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
The Good Feet store just really helped me out. I mean, they gave me the right arch support for my feet, not somebody else's feet. Then it was like, okay, this is something special.
See for yourself with the free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Dreaming of the delightful drowsiness of the perfect mattress? Then the 3-day sale at Denver Mattress is for you. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, plus 60 months no interest and free shipping. Score sweet savings on some serious shut-eye only at Denver Mattress.
4 News Now is brought to you by R&R RV.
Welcome back. 647. Lookout Pass is offering a deal to celebrate its 90th season. This Friday, April 18th, lift tickets will be just 90 cents. And that's not all. Starting at 11 in the morning, people can get cupcakes, a limited edition pins and stickers. Then you can play 9 holes on Lookout's ski golf course built on select runs on the mountain. Just make sure you bring your own clubs. Lookout Pass will be open every day through Sunday.
Oh, golf and skiing, neither of my favorite sports, but together they could really be a lot of fun.
I assume you're playing with colored balls. You know, you lose a few.
Yeah, I was about to say white ball, white snow.
Yeah.
Good luck. It's more like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah, right.
Along with some golf. Hey, let's talk about the 4 things to know about your forecast. Sunny and warm today. It's going to be awesome. Windy for the middle of the week, but staying dry for most of our areas, and then cooler weather for the rest of the weekend heading into Easter weekend compared to today. So tomorrow, as that cool air rushes in, gusts up to 30 miles an hour around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but it's going to be even higher elsewhere where we have some wind advisories in place across central part of Washington state. So Okanagan, Douglas, and Grant counties, parts of those areas have this Wednesday afternoon wind to deal with, where we're talking about gusts that could get up to 50 miles an hour. It's also going to be very dry air that these winds are bringing in, and so some rare springtime fire danger. Nobody should be burning at all tomorrow, and really it's still going to be pretty breezy on Thursday, so I think Thursday is a no-go either. Let's make this as low drama as possible over the next couple of days, everybody. 70 degrees for today. It's going to be incredible. Our lows tonight will be quite warm as well, in the 40s, mostly clear to partly cloudy skies. And that's a good thing because we got a chance to see the northern lights tonight. We'll have a solar storm rise sometime this afternoon, with that activity upsetting our Earth's magnetic field. And that could last into the night, just long enough for us to see a little bit of those beautiful northern lights. So good luck tonight. I'll keep you updated on the old whatever you call Zitter, X-Twitter, whatever you call it. Wednesday, Thursday, still windy. Here is your Easter weekend. Slight chance of a shower Sunday evening, Sunday afternoon. I think the morning is going to be okay.
Good news for Easter, for sure.
Yeah, looking good on that end.
Yeah, Matt, thank you much.
Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:49.
Good Morning Sprint is coming up next. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest on your Tuesday. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been North Idaho's premier flooring shop for over 30 years. From remodels to new construction, they've got your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their expert design team will work with you to find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. They've got the lowest prices. From carpet and area rugs to hardwood, LVP and laminate, if you can dream it, they can floor it. Dream it, design it, live it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
Bill's Heating and AC is making it easier than ever to stay comfortable at home. For a limited time, get a full system heating and cooling tune-up for only $59. And as an added bonus, new customers will also receive a free smart thermostat. So stay comfortable, save money, and gain 24/7 monitoring and control of your home's comfort by calling 208-777-5528 and scheduling your $59 tune-up today. That's 208-777-5528.
Regain your quality of life with expert spine care at Prosser Memorial Health. Neurological spine surgeon Dr. David Yam, with over 20 years of experience, specializes in comprehensive spine care, minimally invasive surgery, and disc replacement. Dr. Yam is now seeing patients at our new Spine Center locations in Prosser and Walla Walla. Call 509-786-5599 today to schedule your appointment. New, returning, and second opinion patients welcome. The new Spine Center at Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
4 News Now and STCU are teaming up for a one-day Coats for Kids closet cleanout.
Gather up your gently used winter jackets and donate them Thursday, April 17th. Go to KXLY.com for a list of STCU locations.
Win or save on Lucky Number Tuesday at Buy Mart. This week you can win great prizes from Greenworks, Eureka, and more. Plus you can buy them with special Tuesday-only pricing. Thousands will win and save this Tuesday only at Buy Mart since 1955.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Your time is 6:52. Time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday with the Morning Sprint.
Meteorologist Matt Gray is tracking another warm and sunny day ahead today.
Hannah Joy is in studio with new information on the legal standoff over the future of a Maryland immigrant mistakenly deported.
And Allison Martinez is in studio with tips on how your family and you can save money this summer despite tariffs.
But first, we're following breaking news out of Moses Lake. Students in the Moses Lake School District, some of them will have to find a different way to school this morning, thanks to a pair of canceled bus routes. The school district says routes 60 and 66 are temporarily closed today due to insufficient staffing. This affects students at Moses Lake High School, Vanguard Academy, Frontier Middle School, Park Orchard, and Knowles Vista Elementary. The district did not offer alternative transportation options.
Sunny skies to start our day. A little bit warmer than we were at this time yesterday as well, and that is going to lead to another jump in temperatures for the afternoon. Mostly sunny conditions throughout the day. Highs will be around 70 degrees, and we'll see very mild temperatures overnight tonight as well. Here's some other highs around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. We'll see upper 60s near downtown Coeur d'Alene. We'll see as high as 73, 74 degrees in some parts of the valley.
The federal government denied the state of Washington's request for major disaster relief from the storms that impacted the west side in November. FEMA said former Governor Jay Inslee's request did not meet the necessary requirements under the Stafford Act, which is the criteria that needs to be met to receive aid. Current Governor Bob Ferguson says he believes the application met all of the necessary criteria and the state will appeal.
Summer can be a very fun but expensive time for many families. With Trump's sweeping tariffs, the season could be especially costly. I spoke to an economist who recommends that families buy now. Whether you'll need to buy new swimsuits for your kids, pool toys, or patio furniture, consider making the purchases now and saving yourself the headache later.
The Spokane City Council debated a proposed ordinance that would affirm protections for our local LGBTQ+ community. The ordinance would affirm the rights of individuals to seek gender-affirming care. Councilmember Jonathan Bingle proposed amendments that would roll back some protections, like banning transgender women and girls from participating in girls' sports. In a 5-2 vote, the council denied Bingle's proposals. A formal first reading of this ordinance is expected to take place at next week's City Council meeting. That's April 21st.
Eyesore RVs littering Spokane streets may soon be gone. The Spokane City Council approved additional funding of $125,000 to help remove rundown RVs from the city. Right now, there are dozens of these RVs that need to be removed, but the city faces a big barrier in removing them. In 2018, the state introduced a fee with RV registrations to help cover disposal costs, but those funds have been on hold. In its absence, the City Council has passed money to speed up the handling of these problem RVs.
Plans are progressing for Spokane's second Chick-fil-A restaurant following a vote by the City Council. The proposed location for the popular fast food restaurant is off of Ruby between Mission and Cento Avenues. The plans also include the city vacating part of the Mission Cento alleyway. After public comment, the council voted on vacating the Mission Cento alleyway. The vote passed by a count of 5-1. Councilmember Kitty Klitzky was absent.
Spokane's volunteer-led safety group known as COPS is expected to enter a new contract with the city after months of uncertainty. This new contract would give it $200,000 a year over the next few years. COPS Executive Director Jeff Johnson says this money will pay for 2 new services. The first is called cocooning, where volunteers patrol an area after a crime is committed to prevent more crime. The other service will help business owners with external lighting and pruned trees or brushes to improve safety. The contract with COPS still needs to be finalized and approved by the City Council. And to follow as the story develops, stay with us at KXLY.com.
This morning, El Salvador's president is refusing to return Kilmar Abrego Garcia to the United States. This comes after Garcia was mistakenly deported to a prison in El Salvador. Now, before this, Trump claimed Garcia was a violent gang member who entered the U.S. illegally. The Supreme Court then ruled his removal from the U.S. was illegal and ordered the administration to help with his return.
We also have homegrown criminals that are absolute monsters. I'd like to include them in the group of people to get them out of the country, but you'll have to be looking at the laws on that.
Even though Garcia's case is still in limbo, the Trump administration is now sending more migrants to that prison and also planning for violent U.S. criminals to be there as well. For updates on this case, tune in to Good Morning America.
The Trump administration says it is freezing more than $2 billion in funding to Harvard after the university said it would not comply with the government's demands. It's one of several colleges the administration has targeted since protests broke out on campus last year against the war in Gaza. Back with weather after this.
4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
2 minutes for checking to Berkeley County. Get your exclusive Spokane Chiefs debit card from Numerica today.
My name is Paul Daglin. I've been with Granite Concepts for coming on 19 years now. From the beginning, it's all about customer satisfaction and quality because we want you to be happy. Technology has changed the game of what we can do. If you can do it with wood, you basically can have it done in stone. At Granite Concepts, we want you to feel at home.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Rooter 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors.
24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
Wonderful start to our day. around Spokane as we see the blue skies ahead of us. We're going to really be enjoying throughout the entirety of the day. High today around 70 degrees. Be the warmest day this week. Our temperatures really crash once we get into Wednesday and Thursday. Gusty winds and yes, some spring fire danger. Save your outdoor burning until we get to the weekend and conditions are much more favorable. By the time we get to Easter Sunday, we're going to be looking at increasing clouds, temperatures cooling even further, and a slight chance of rain by the end of the day as we head into the new week.
Just so nice.
So nice.
Thanks for starting your morning with us.
Enjoy it. We'll see you throughout to GMA. It starts now.